Well, here we are, everybody. The moment everyone has kind of been waiting for. This is the last, or I should say, potentially the second last character refresh. Now, the reason why I say it could be the last one is because nobody really knows if we're expected to see Wilson get a rework. So this could actually mean that this is the official last rework. I don't think it is. I think that Wilson is still going to get a change, but nonetheless, here we go. Let's start talking about none other than the Maxwell rework. Now, if you missed out on the beta, you probably have missed out on quite a few different things, including multiple different changes that got done. Clay started out by changing a few things, and after people have kind of exploited how the new Shadow Duelists work. But nonetheless, let's go in and just talk about this. We'll ignore the stuff in the beta. Keep in mind that if you ever watch my beta videos where I release anything that gets put out there, those are always subject to change. So this is here, the finalized version. Now, keep in mind, Clay could still change some things here, but this is the update that is officially live right now on the official branch of Don't Starve Together. Encore, quote unquote. The former Nightmare King suddenly finds himself facing his past and a choice about his future. Everyone take your seat. It's amazing. Maxwell's next act is about to begin. The Codex Umbra is now a spellbook that feeds off of sanity and nightmare fuel only. Added a spell wheel UI for reading the Codex Umbra in your inventory. Maxwell now summons the following shadow puppets: Shadow Servant and Shadow Duelist, which we've seen in the actual beta rework. If you did not get a chance to see those, I have released multiple different videos explaining how they work. The Shadow Servants obviously are like a Swiss Army knife. They have a shovel, they can chop, they can dig, and they can also pick up all the stuff and deliver it to you too. So it's pretty awesome. The Shadow Duelist began to be kind of a little bit overpowered, and they kind of got nerfed down quite a bit, but nonetheless, it kind of will be explained here in a second. Maxwell now controls up to 6 puppets at a time. These improved puppets automatically aggro or work within their summoned area for the set duration before expiring. Equipping shadowy equipment will increase the power of Shadow Duelists, aka the fighters. This includes, but is not limited to, most things crafted from the Shadow Magic or Ancient Pseudoscience Machine. Maxwell now summons the following crowd control shadows: Shadow Sneak and Shadow Prison. All shadows can be summoned on the ocean. Maxwell can craft the Magician's Top Hat and Magician's Chest. Magician's Top Hat, Magician's Chest, and Shadow Chest are all connected to one shadow dimensional storage in the forest, and another while being in the caves. So as we've seen this before, this is essentially like an Ender Chest, and even if they're all three ever destroyed, the items still remain in the void until you make one of these said items. Now, the bonus is, too, the Shadow Sneak does make things get scared, including mainly bigger things like you can get bunnies and merms, etc. Shadow Prisons will now a little bit limited on how long they last, but essentially they will contain a, AI that's attacking you, even a boss for that matter as well. So they did change it. Originally, the prison was going for a very long time. They reduced the time down. They added a few tweaks to it, including animations and stuff like that, and even noises that indicate when the prison is about to break. So it's essentially like a free pan flute, but without putting the character or whatever you're attacking to sleep. You can still attack it. It could still attack you, depending on the range. This has been a very pretty cool thing to fight bosses with, not to mention that Walter now has an even better way of using range attacks. Nonetheless, this is pretty awesome so far, things that we've already seen in the beta. Now, the things I'm interested in are, of course, the YouTube video. That's the new animated short, which we're going to see here very shortly. Additional changes: controller twin stick aiming for the AOI targeting spells. Inventory bar actions such as dropping, refueling, and repairing items can now be performed on controllers, while auto pause is enabled. AoE attack hitboxes for the Ancient, Centropod, Eye of the Terror, Twins of the Terror, and Celestial Champion have been updated to account for the size of their targets. Adjusted the tracking of the Twins of Terror dash attacks accordingly. As always, a big thank you to all the players for checking out the refresh during the beta and submitted their feedback. And new skins. Oh my gosh, look at this skin. I'm going to be opening these in like just a second. I won't be doing this video, but in the next one. But look at that. Oh my gosh, come on. Tell me that does not give you Harry Potter vibes. Maxwell Deluxe Wardrobe that contains a complete set of Guest of Honor, Rosette, Survivor, Untriumphant, and Dark Wizard skins. Cursed Cloak, Cursed Saber, and Showman's Shadow Hat. Looks like looks like a dagger or something. I like that a lot. That's really cool. It's only $3 too. New Twitch drops, of course, is what we're talking about right now. That is completely live and ready to go. And of course, make sure to join us for the another Rhymes with Play. Okay, so they're going to be streaming. It looks like on November 24th on Thursday. As we approach the end of the year, we still have a bit more to go to finish out the 2022 quote unquote 3 roadmap. We have been talking internally about what's coming up in the next roadmap, and while we still have some details to iron out, we're already very excited about 2023. We have watched the feedback from players regarding the long-term hopes for the game. While it's going to be difficult to wait for more information, it's going to be even harder for us to keep it under wraps. But we'll be posting up a new roadmap at the beginning of next year. Don't Starve Together. Here's not saying starve. Okay, so this is basically like all these things. Okay. Oh, nominated for the Labor of Love. Oh, cool. That we can actually get nominated again. Along with looking forward, this is the time of the year that we reflect on what we've done. It's been a fantastic adventure. The Steam Awards have once again opened up for the nominations. You're definitely getting my nominations, Clay. Do not worry about that. Okay, and the best part, the animated short. Let's watch this right now together. Wow. Woo. So for me, that is pretty spicy. I mean, it's one of these things where every time I see a new Clay animation, I always ask myself, how could they top the last one? And you can see just how well they just keep pumping them out and making them so much more better. Let me know down in the comments what you think about this awesome animation, what you think about this awesome update. I'm very intrigued to see about this 2023 update for the roadmap. I'm really kind of interested to know like what their plans are. If they're going to tell us, okay, it's more, with the character refreshes are finished, which means that it's mainly going to be, I would assume, some sort of regular updates, because we've seen all of this that got kind of given to us. So, we had character refreshes, and then, the return of them update and all that stuff just kind of get pumped out to us. So here's hoping that for 2023, it continues down the same path of awesomeness that they've been doing. But I'm going to go ahead and make a video on the next openings for this. Go out there, try the Maxwell update. Let me know what you think about it. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.